Hi, welcome to another pick a card reading. This one is Celtic Cross spread, so it's general messages. It could apply to anything in life. Couldn't be relationship, it could be work and personal life. So here are the three piles, and in the description box below will be the timestamp so you can go straight to your reading along with the cards that I'm using. And my Facebook page is there in the description box below too. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can message me there. I hope you enjoy your message. Hi everyone, this is for everyone who chose group number 1, and so many cards came out. It was so funny. Like the first group I pulled 4 cards, so I was like, okay, I'll take it, right? And then another 4 came out for the next group, and I'm like, I'm gonna put them back and just, can I have 2 please? Because we just want 2 a section, that'll do. We can get the message. And then I shuffled for a fair while and the same 4 fell back out, and Spirit's like, did I stutter? Okay, I will take them, and every other time you give me 4 I will not question it. Which happened quite a bit, so we've got a lot of cards to go through. Anyway, situation. Okay, so this is bittersweet. I mean, these cards are so gorgeous though. Okay, so starting off, I just noticed that the fingernails, the fingers here, the hands, when that came out, and I just felt like you've put so much work into a certain situation and into yourself, and that I just really, with these hands, it stood out to me just how hardworking you are and how dedicated and how committed you've been to your journey, and whether that's personal development, self-development, or your career or your relationships, you've worked really hard. And I feel like this is symbolic of, well, it is symbolic of a new beginning for you. Perhaps you've manifested a new opportunity, a new project or something, a new beginning. And it's going to require a lot more work from you. It's something, yeah, it's a very fresh new seed, and this is slow moving energy, the Knight of Pentacles, but it is methodical, and it shows up and chips away and does the hard work. It's reliable, so reliable. And we've got wish fulfillment here, 10 of Cups, 9 of Cups. So whatever this is about the longevity, the bigger picture, the long term. This is totally a reading about the bigger picture here. And maybe you're stuck on some of the finer details at this time, but this is really about the bigger picture, and there's a new opportunity here for you. Some may not feel like it's a great new opportunity, but it is. It's all to bring you, happening for you, not to you, if that applies. It's to bring you your ultimate wish fulfillment and your happiness. This is long-term emotional fulfillment. Look at the rainbow and the family, and yeah. So that's the situation. A fresh new beginning. It's going to require work, and you've already put in a lot of work to a certain situation, and then we'll just move on. The challenge, we've got the Ace of Cups, the 8 of Pentacles, 5 of Cups, and the Chariot. So what I'm feeling here is the bittersweetness about something that perhaps didn't work out in the past, that you put a lot of work into, I feel. And this new opportunity may require you to move on, or to move somewhere else, or to move forward. And that requires letting something else go, whether that's an old job or an old relationship, or however that applies for you. There's grief here attached to this new beginning, and it's challenging for you to let go of that, perhaps. Perhaps it's taken a little blow to your confidence, even, or a big one. But the challenge, there's a challenge in perhaps, it feels mid-process still, like there's still a lot of grasping and trying to understand, or trying to gain perception that's going to serve you, or we'll keep going. Beliefs. So we've got 3 of Wands, Page of Swords, 2 of Swords, 8 of Cups. Right. So this is still a state of processing. This is still recalibrating the experience that you've had, and you know there's a lot of wisdom to be gained from this experience, and you're still doing a lot of seeking, perhaps, from whatever it was that you've walked away from. It's been heavy, and I just feel like those hands show such hard work. And when I see the Eight of Cups, I just do get that feeling like, it's one of those times when really you did show up in all ways that you could, and you just couldn't find a way to make it work, or to it just, for whatever reason, it just wasn't meant to be that. Timing, whatever it was, is still, that's what I mean, like I'm grasping all the possibilities because you are, I feel. Perhaps with this Page of Swords can be often, really seeking. Look, there's the light bulbs in this book here. She's walking a fine rope too. And the Three of Wands is about that, expansion and waiting to see your ships come in, or waiting to see the fruits of your labour. And I feel like the fruits of your labour might just be the experience gained here. And being able to let yourself come to a place of acceptance to then be able to nurture this new beginning that awaits you. In the root of the issue, more moving away energy and looking like the root of the issue, and I get this big picture of these roots. The root of the issue is the perhaps what you were nurturing and what you spent a lot of energy on bringing to life didn't come to life, and it's time to move on, and that may have made you quite battle weary. That could have taken a blow to your confidence, or made you. But there's so much wisdom to be learned. When I see the Six of Swords, it's the rite of passage. It's moving forward with wisdom. In the recent past, we've more of the same storyline here, of course. It's painted a big picture, and the bigger picture is the message for you here, and I think we see that again a few more times in this reading, because it keeps coming back to focusing on the bigger picture here and what you have in front of you, the opportunity you have in front of you to really bring in this Ten of Cups. You really have that opportunity to bring that in. And you've worked so hard you deserve that. You're in alignment with that, so you can't accept anything less, that's for sure. So yeah, in the recent past, we've got this heavy burden with the Ten of Wands and the High Priestess, Two of Wands, right? This looks like a lot lighter to carry than this 10, and it looks like your intuition has been telling you for a while to put this down. Whatever that is, put that down. It's time to take a new journey. There's so much more wonder awaiting you out. Look at this vision. Like, she's just looking out to the future. This old wand it has nothing to offer her. There's no abundance around this wand. And here we've got a brand new adventure and a lot of new wonderful experiences awaiting. And I feel, with the intuition here, been guiding you perhaps for a while. And it's just hard to perhaps untangle. Maybe there is a lot of minor details that entangle you here, but maybe it's all in your head too. Maybe there's that. Maybe it's time to let go. Maybe. Okay. Yeah, you've outgrown the situation is the biggest thing I feel. You've outgrown it. Yeah. Right. So movement forward now into near future, tomorrow, whenever, whatever, however. Seven of Wands, so paving a new way forward. And when I got the Ten of Pentacles come out, I felt like it was kind of an advice card to show up to the everyday, to build your bigger picture, the thing that you want, that bigger picture message again, and just focus on the light. And then the sun flipped out, and I'm like, okay. And then that reminded me of my wallpaper I have on my phone. I can't show you because I'm using my phone, but it's an oracle card called Focus on the Light, and it just reminds me to forget about all those details and things, that distractions, right? And just focus on what I'm creating, what's in front of me, my joy, right? I don't need to get caught up in anything else because it's out of my control. It's their business, or it's world's business. It's not in, So I feel like, pulling your attention away from that and back into self, back into what you're building, your manifestation. And that may be a challenge for you with the Seven of Wands. There may be other people around you that don't like that idea. You may have to defend yourself and defend your decision to protect yourself and make this choice. That may be the case here. But focus on the light is the biggest thing. And I love how the sun flipped out like that right as I was hearing Spirit tell me that that's what this Ten of Pentacles is all about, is just focus on what you're building. Don't worry about the distractions. You know in your heart of hearts what is true for you and what nurtures you and what needs your attention, and when you don't need to waste it anywhere else. And I feel like you have reached a level of discernment in regards to where you spend your energy and attention. You've outgrown some situation, I feel. Bigger picture, bigger picture. Okay, so in self-perception, there could have been a loss of a relationship here. That could be the case. I mean, a loss of something, but we've got Two of Cups here, and Three of Cups, and then there's Five in the middle, and forefronting it sort of thing. And I feel like it could really, like, blow to your confidence again, a bit of a repeat of that, feeling quite the loss here of this friendship. Perhaps it was a friendship or a family member that just, it's just so hard to keep going for whatever reason. It just couldn't work. And I feel like you showed up. When I see the Two of Cups like this and the Three of Cups, it's like, this is gorgeous, friendly energy. That is a healthy, beautiful, balanced person. That is someone you want to be friends with. You want behind you. And it just, like, how this doesn't make sense. A little bit mind-boggling as to why it couldn't work, and that might be why you're still soul searching or seeking the answers about it. Maybe a little bit of mental stress in regards to that, but but the main point is, it boggles you because you have a lot to offer. You're a fantastic person with a lot of compassion and understanding and just well balanced. Anyway, self-perception. So feeling a little bit battle weary or wounded by it, but I don't think you let it get you down, because I feel like you're able to see it for what it is. You'll come to that if you haven't already. So outside perception, way others are perceiving you. When I see this combination, there might be some people around you who really get to see your journey as you evolve and as you grow, and appreciate that and see you as just that on your journey. And there may be some people around you that can see the bigger picture of you, like, again, bigger picture message, and may help you with that and guide you, keep you on that right path. And if that's not the case, this also can be reflective of, if it was a relationship ending, the other person, this is outside perception, so this other person's perceiving you as being the one with the ball in your court, and that you're the one who's calling the shots here, and you've decided to step into single lady energy, maybe, if that applies. And the World card being an end of a cycle and choosing to close something out, and it's been your choice, your action, your doing. So others can be perceiving you as sort of taking control of your abundance and taking control of your energy and where you spend, really like taking back control. And that could have karmic ripple effects in others' lives if you have been an overgiver or something like that. Like, if that applies, if people have really benefited from your attention, your energy, or whatever, your abundance, and you've decided to pull that back, people are going to feel that, so that may apply too. But I feel a lot of respect here too. So some of you, or hopefully all of you, have someone on your side that maybe could just be a spiritual sister or someone who sees your bigger picture in your journey and loves your abundance, and how you're so sharing and caring, and have, like, you don't keep this garden for yourself. You grow this abundance so that you can share with your community. I feel that beautiful community spirit in you. Okay, so action advice, right? Empress, and I pulled this card for one of my dear friends just this morning before I recorded, and it was about for her it was about having boundaries and protecting this, honouring this beautiful Empress, and stepping into self-love. And there's this new energy come in, and to grasp a hold of that. And what I feel with the Ace of Wands is Mars has just moved into Aries, and that is so motivating, especially if you're a fire sign. But even still, it can make us feel restless and jittery and all sorts if we don't channel that energy into something. Before Mars went into Aquarius, I could like not maybe start these readings until about 10 in the morning, and this morning I'm like ready to go. It's just, it fills you up. So take advantage of that energy, I do feel, and honor the Empress here. What else came out with the advice in regards to these boundaries was the Devil and Justice. So don't be afraid to swing that justice, sword of justice, and engage in sacred anger if you have to protect this beautiful Empress. And look at this is such an abundant, gorgeous picture of the Empress, and it's so like this Mother Earth there. It's the most nurturing image ever. It's wonderful, and if there's any behavior that's taking advantage and of that, it's justice here. Call that sword. You know where it's happening, you know where it is. Perhaps you already have. I can see that for a lot of people. Perhaps some people are having trouble totally slicing. It's still in process here, but the advice is to honor the Empress, have those boundaries, and protect yourself against anything that's not honoring you, anything that doesn't honor your deepest truth, and everything we've said in this reading so far. Now the outcome. Hanged Man. These are all major arcana, by the way. I should go through the star signs. Taurus, Libra, Capricorn, Leo, Cancer, Gemini, and Gemini and Cancer again. Okay, never mind. Yeah. So, if that applies, it doesn't have to. There may be your star sign there, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, depending. So, Hanged Man, the Lovers. So this, I feel like this is such a, you could say it in one sentence. We are pausing and reflecting and shift and really internally seeking a new perception here, above duality, stepping out of duality of the situation and sort of stepping back into unity consciousness and seeing the situation for what it is and the bigger picture again, right? The bigger picture. And we're looking at what are we in alignment to with the Lovers card. This is alignment with our highest, our head and heart alignment. So this is a huge decision being made in alignment to your highest good here. It can also be a soulmate connection and manifesting a new beginning with this person, a new, like, coming through this together after the boundaries of, there would have to be a lot of work done. If this is a love relationship reading, there would, there's a lot more to be done and unfold before it could come back together. But for that to even possibly happen, if it was like that, it would be required that you put up boundaries, I see here. But anyway, it is either way, a decision being made for alignment with your highest good and your path to manifest a brand new beginning. Fresh new energy. It can be scary. It is uncharted territory when we see the full card. But you have to have faith in what you're creating, because your energy, your focus, what your beliefs are, the way you think is weaving the tapestry of the ocean, this pool that you will fall into. So fill it with love. Fill it with beautiful possibilities and dreams and faith and hope, and just really believe that magic is waiting for you if you just release whatever that was before and show up and yeah, goodness. There's so much to this, and I feel like it's going to take a little while to maybe not. Maybe it won't take a little while. I'm feeling lots of things in this moment about what comes in here, about what you weave into this, and believing that you have the capabilities. I'm going to leave that there, and we're going to go to the Oracle cards. All right, I love this. Okay, so perspective. None of this matters. Zoom out. Common ground. Right? bit hot, right? See what I mean? Zoom out. There was, where is it? I might remember the book. I did peek in the book. Perspective, what was it? We become so lost in our individual experience that we don't realize that most of the things that keep us awake at night are actually distractions. We're wasting our precious time and resources fighting each other when we should be coming together to heal what's being served. So zoom out. Now, the card that came after that was so brilliant. Sacred Orchid, co-create. My abundance mindset attracts endless blessings. And that's that the abundance mindset, believing in that possibility. And even if something's taken a dent to your confidence and something didn't work out, there's something way better waiting for you. And to believe and work that magic into that pool that's of your future that you will dive into in that Fool card, right? At 33, the next card is number 3. 3 may be quite important to you. And this is commitment, connection, flexibility, and resolution. And there was... where was it? Yes, Earth, connection, okay. So being a number 3, this is talking about that shift in perception again. Away from duality of this situation, away from the details, zooming out and looking at the bigger picture from unity consciousness, which is that trinity, which is 3. These 2 perceptions of there's 2, whatever there's a whole nother angle to come from here. With flexibility, connection, commitment to self. I feel like this is not about flexibility and having another perception doesn't mean being a doormat in this situation. You know where boundaries are needed. This is about commitment to yourself and commitment to your truth. And then, as, what was it, the next one? Self-love. Because I was thinking, I saw that in commitment and I thought, okay, that's commitment to self, commitment to self-love. And then I shuffled the next deck and self-love came out. And I love it. Of course I do. So that's what I've got for you here. I'm going to leave it there. I hope that reading gave you some guidance or clarity or comfort or something. And I look forward to reading again soon. Bye. Hey, this is for everyone who chose group number 2. And we'll jump on in as we do. So, here we are. This is a deep one for you. We've got the Hermit, Judgment, and the Page of Wands. And I look at this. This is messages from Spirit. This is some deep source connection going on at the moment. You could be deep in practice quite a lot, meditation, yoga, or just some sort of withdrawal and silence and soul searching, connecting in with your guides, connecting in with Spirit. You have got some strong spirit guides around you, and that is trickled out through the whole reading. Someone is watching over you, so you are connecting in and getting those messages that you need. You're getting downloads, epiphanies, awareness, expansion, all sorts of things going on for you on the inner realm. I don't know if that's... it's showing up. I feel like, an external situation may have pushed you to go within in that way. We've also got, retrogrades too, so it is deeply introspective energy right now. It's in alignment with that. But for you, I feel like it's more than retrograde. It feels huge. It feels like there's a lot of information coming in, a lot of new ideas perhaps coming in for you. This can also be, we've got justice here, we've got some cards that talk about potential court system issues. So if there is anyone going through court, it could be that's right in front of you, that could be something you're facing as well. I can see that here. Or a decision being made in that way, a legal decision or a financial decision or something like that. There could be a pause on that while you're figuring out the right decision to make, or maybe the decision's out of your hands. That could be the case there too. So the challenge is 10 of Swords, 5 of Swords, 5 of Pentacles. So this can also be in relation to, the 5 of Pentacles, work ending or something not working out with with a work project or with COVID and people losing work in that way, and just trying to regain, I don't know, maybe some more financial independence, or just put yourself in a better position and recover from that, if that applies. This can be ending of relationship, of all sorts of different things, a literal death as well. I do feel there's spirit mediumship message here for somebody. If there's been a literal death, that person is guiding you through this situation in your life right now. If there's a lot of, I do mediumship readings, but they don't typically come up in the general reads so much. But it is very strong in this one. So if you have been in doubt, please take this as a sign that person is totally with you. Because it doesn't come through often, and I see it strongly here. This could be guardian angel too, not or ancestral. Both, same thing. I'm hearing. Okay, righto. I'll leave it with you. So the challenge is 10 of Swords, 5 of Swords. We're feeling a loss, a great sense of loss here. Really left out in the cold, maybe abandonment wound being triggered. There's just a lot of struggle and isolation and loneliness here. And you're trying to move through this. Just want to send some love there to you. So in the beliefs, Justice, 10 of Pentacles, 6 of Swords. So yeah, we're moving on from something, we're leaving something behind. This can be, so the Justice decision, it could be waiting on a literal court system decision that I mentioned earlier. With the 10 of Pentacles, it can be to do with children, or to do with finances or assets shared, or something in a divorce, if there's that type of energy. I know court systems are probably starting to lift back up now after all the restrictions in a lot of places. So it would definitely apply that for some people that court cases are coming up, or a decision being made that's quite life altering in one way or another. Some sort of authority here can be the case. It can also be that you you're this sort of justice, and you're swinging this sword so that you can protect your long-term investments, to protect what it is that you're creating, your longevity, your bigger picture here. This could be a business, a house, or all sorts of things. This is long-term commitment energy, and you're wanting to protect that, or maybe something happened. There's so many layers to this one. It's a deep one. Something like quite solid or big, perhaps, ended, and it could have been quite a shock, if that applies. But we're moving on here with the 6 of Swords, and we're coming into calmer waters, and I think you're aware of that. It's almost like, for some people, the court stuff especially, it's like, let me just get past this court stuff and finally I can just move on with my life. Finally. I feel like that's a huge thing for some people here. In the recent past position, we've got the World, the 2 of Pentacles, the Fool, and the Star. So I feel like this is a teetering energy. So you may have been teetering between this, like I was picking up just before, let me close out this cycle and take the wisdom from this. I'm juggling a lot of responsibilities right now. I'm juggling my old life, and I'm in this void in between that and my new life, and I just want to jump and leap and have hope for my future, and weave this beautiful tapestry of my future that I know I deserve. I just need to close out this old chapter first. That may be the case for some people in recent past energy, that you're just juggling between maybe sometimes feeling quite enthusiastic and ready and weaving that magic into your future. And then maybe the past gets you down a little bit, and there's still things that you need to address there, or it's still things, still closure needing to happen perhaps with the World card. But it's like you're in the middle of an old life and a new life, maybe the case for some people here. But there's been hope restored. Perhaps in the recent past, like in the last couple of days, something happened to restore your hope about the future as well. Or, maybe some details have come out, or in the near future, we've got, this is beautiful energy. Look at all this fire. Okay, we've got Mars moved into Aries, feeling it. Like, I've been sleepy little bug, not wanting to get up in these winter mornings. And as soon as that Mars kicked into Aries, I'm just like, boom, in the morning, let's do this. I want to go for a run. But anyway, we've got a public victory here. So again, for those in the court cases, you can expect a public victory, right? Some good news coming in. Now, with all this Wands energy, this is multi-layered. Some people, and maybe for many, this will be this whatever it is that's been a conflict for you, a fight for you, getting victory over that situation. And for others, it's coupled with this Queen of Wands. It's like leveling up. It's leveling up. Like just leveling up in life, leaving something else. It's like it. It may, yeah. This is energy to come. So there's a big boost of energy to come for you, and a feeling of confidence restored, and you're like back in my power, back in my element, back. I'm vibing again, sort of thing. You can expect some of that come in. I feel this could be an external conflict coming in too that you will have victory over. But for a lot of people, I feel like this is just more reinforcement of that fire energy, like boost. Five of Wands. Typically, it is a conflict card, but for a lot of people with this couple, like I just feel like this is a level up. Okay, so self-perception, and rightly so. Nine of Wands, Death, and the Tower. Battle weary. This has been huge for you. This has been massive, I feel, and it has reshaped your whole life. It has reshaped you. And you're battle weary here with this Nine of Wands. This is the wounded warrior here, but you're resilient. I just feel fierce. Resilient. This is like the Death card in the middle. Like, yeah, it's knocked you down. Yeah, it's really hurt you. Yeah, like, oh, I can try not to swear. But this is total and utter transformation. It's my favorite ever Death card. Look at that portal. It's like, I just keep making that sound when you light a big fire with fuel. I think it's been in all the readings now. But anyway, yeah, this has been, I want to say this has happened for you, not to you. But fucking, it certainly feels like it's happened to you. Like, it's kind of, it's hard. I feel like I feel bad for saying that, but I know that's truth. You know, it's always for us. But damn, I just feel like it was a big one. But it's made you. It's made you. It's transformed you. You've grown so much from it. So, outside perception, and this is others. So this is what I mean. When I saw this card, it was like, okay, you may have been struggling with finding temperance, balance, moderation, and patience in this situation. It could have really knocked you quite a bit. Maybe you are in temperance, but what I mostly feel for this is guides in spirit guiding you through this. And so when you are in this state of up at night and in your head about it and really just not knowing what to do, and this is total mental anguish, this is such heavy energy. This is how others are perceiving you. Like, and yeah, we got the Tower. So yeah, it is heavy, right? Damn straight they're perceiving me it's heavy, because it is heavy. But someone is watching over you, whether that's a friend in real life, a spiritual friend who sees you and holds you in their loving energy, whether they're sending you love 5D or whatever. But for most, I just feel this is somebody who's passed on, or an angel guide, or someone. Somebody is watching over you and sitting with you in these times when you think you're alone and stressing out about whatever this is, or there's someone there in that room with you. And if you can just shut your eyes and close into it, and I'm sure their wings will wrap around and hold you, and you will feel a difference. So melt into that care and love from this guide, whoever that is. I just felt that quite strongly. If there's been a recent death, then know that they're there. Okay. So action advice. Here we go. We're gathering the troops. We're gathering our energy. We're moving forward. This is a self-conservation card. Self-preservation, protection, keeping cards close to chest, saving your money, saving your energy, saving your love, just keeping things close and protecting self. Closing in and a self-care I see with this card as well. This is a card of foundation. So really looking at things from a really grounded and balanced perspective. And we've got more balance with the Chariot card, and confidence in this card. Confidence in your intuition, right? We've got you listen to your intuition is the big message of this reading. Group 1 was focus on the bigger picture. Group 2 is listen to your intuition. You've got messages that have been coming in that are guiding you, and you know that. Your spirit guides, whoever it is, the intuition, wherever it's coming from, whether it's your highest self or coming in from guides that you're welcoming guidance from, listen to that and take action on that. Take action on all that you hear in your intuition. The outcome of that, this whole scenario has been a self-mastery and building of your strengths. And this brings about the Sun and Ten of Cups, the two happiest cards in the deck, right? This is gorgeous energy. This is your happy ever after, and coming out of something so hard and with nothing but wisdom and just even more potential to manifest the greatest life. You've so many skills gained here. You're like, I just don't feel like, as hard as this has been, like, again, I'm coming back to that happen for you, not to you. When I see this, you don't come out of this scenario a victim. Hell no. No way. Nothing. Like, you come out of this grateful for the experience and just super strong. Ready for whatever the next is to throw at you. You've got two strong Leo cards here. Look at that's Virgo's card. So yes, the outcome is wonderful for you. It's self-mastery. This is okay, so I'll just cruise through quickly. We've got Cancer, double Leo, triple Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, Pisces, Sagittarius again, Scorpio, I just realised I didn't read a section, so I'll go to that. Virgo again, Aquarius, yeah, that's that. So I don't think I read this, did I? In the root of the issue. We'll go back to that. In the root of the issue, which we're all aware of now anyway, I think. We've covered it in all the cards, but I will read them out because they're here. The root of the issue being that need to take stock, to step back, to get a new perception on this potential issue. Like, we've got this potential masculine causing trouble, maybe speaking harsh truths, but this is also fairness and just as well. So there may be a challenge in having something be fair, and the situation has not been fair, and that has been challenging. And you're, again, needing to shift perception on this whole thing into the wisdom gained from the experience. This is quite challenging. The root of the issue is this is very challenging. But it's shaping you, and you're gaining a lot of wisdom from it. You can see a lot of epiphanies come through from the Hanged Man when they pause and take a step back and receive that inner guidance and wisdom, and then then gain that confidence to act on that. Right. Okay, so we'll go to the Oracle cards. A fair few came out. So as I was saying, we've got Temple of Centering, number 64, if that resonates for you. Solitude, seclusion, grounding, and belonging. So yeah, that's very much about taking a step back, grounding your energy, and which I feel like is where you're at here. The card where you are is the Hermit card, and this is very much that. It's taking a step back so that you can receive the information that needs to come in for you. Expression. I express my intuition with self-confidence and love. This is the Aquamarine star. And from the same deck, Shame, the Fallen star. I no longer hide my face. I step into my light with love. So, two wonderful cards about trusting your intuition, expressing your intuition, and as we've seen here, defending yourself against anything that is not fair and just. Rising up to the challenge. I no longer hide my face. I feel like there's an opportunity here to speak a truth. We've got this Justice card. There's something Something is, yeah, happening here. Baby steps. Action. Follow your intuition before it makes sense. Baby steps. And you've got these messages coming in. It's just a matter now of acting on it. And it may look like this is quite daunting. There's a lot of cards that show that this is quite heavy. This may look like it's way too big. Just baby steps. Now, be bold and authority. Be bold. I no longer hide my face. This can also be about sharing your message in the public light too. Be bold. Don't be your own authority to express who it is that you are and share your message if that applies. Whether that's in self-defense or in spreading a message of love. Be bold. Don't hide your face in shame. Connect with your intuition, trust your intuition and express it. So yeah, I'm going to leave that there. I hope that reading gave some comfort or clarity or guidance, and I'm sending a lot of love to the people of this group. It looks quite challenging, and yeah, but we've got this. I'm not worried. Look at the outcome. Look at the outcome. You'll be fine. You got this. This is just transformation. This is transformative experience. Sending love. Bye. Bye, and welcome. Group number 3. Let's do it. Okay, so group number 3. Starting off 6 and 7 of Wands in the world in reverse. I don't normally take reverse, but if it really wants to come out, especially during a retrograde, I'll take it. Put them aside. I feel like you were cruising along towards victory and an abrupt change happened, perhaps. Could have been the case. I feel, there's some sort of challenge has come up and it may have given you a false start on something. Or or it just did, something you had planned on didn't come to be, or something happened, some abrupt change, I'm feeling. Some abrupt change which has been quite challenging for you to navigate. But with the 6 of Wands energy, it shows that you are, I feel like you're in a strong place. Maybe, I don't know if you feel that way, but perhaps there's support around you keeping you strong, or you have a lot of skills, tools and practices in your belt to help yourself navigate your way through challenges. I feel like you're quite capable, but still, nonetheless, there's a challenge at front. Something with the wheel in reverse can feel like bad luck or bad karma, or feeling like that anyway. Or something that's turned on its head, perhaps. The challenge, it could be monetary, like a work project that didn't go ahead, or maybe it was and then it didn't, or something that happened that stopped it. But so the challenge is finding I feel like this can be sneaky behavior. So there could be somebody who's being sneaky in this situation and not being very honest with you about money or about this situation. You'll know what it is. But I also feel like with the 7 of Swords, this is strategizing, and you may be having trouble at the moment because it's in the challenge position in strategizing how to move through this scenario, gain the wisdom, apply the skills that are required of you at this time to secure whatever this foundation is, or whatever it is that you try to secure and move through to a new beginning with the Fool card. Yeah, it's a bit hard. It feels mighty detailed and quite a little frustrating. Like maybe you're feeling frustrated. Yeah, it just feels there's a bit of frustration and like maybe something was taken from you, or Oops, there you go. In the beliefs, the Hermit, the 4 of Pentacles and the 5 of Swords. So we've got some retractive energy, I guess, self-preservation and conserving your energy and your resources at this time. feeling a sense of loss with the Five of Swords and withdrawing and trying to seek the wisdom in the situation perhaps, or figure out a way to move your way forward while maintaining a solid boundary or a solid foundation for yourself, like wanting, you just, whatever this is, I feel like you want the best for yourself in this scenario. Something has happened that's not best for you, not good for you, and we're reacting to that now, and we're trying to move our way through that. I can see, trying to gain the wisdom here, but I feel that there's this period of isolation for you to figure it all out, and it may just be maybe quite a struggle for you at this time. In the root of the issue, the Three of Wands, Five of Cups, Five of Pentacles, so feeling left out in the cold and grieving something that just didn't work out. You're waiting for your ships to come in and they just perhaps never did, or what did come in was not what you expected. It just feels like something, some change that came out of nowhere perhaps, or maybe it didn't come out of nowhere, maybe you saw it coming, maybe you're well aware of it, but nonetheless it's still a loss, and it's got you it's got you in a position. Let's just say that. This could be monetary, so it could be that you're financially unable to deal with this situation or move up out of this situation, or feeling very restricted financially. But this can also be, with the Five of Cups, this is deep emotional feelings of isolation, separation, and grieving what didn't work out. And there's help available here, though. I do feel like there's support around you, perhaps. Maybe not for everybody, and that's a shame, but I do feel that there is support around some of you here, that you can lean on these people. And even if that support is not external people, but your own, like I said at the start of this reading, your own practices that you have, your skills that you have developed over all your lifetime of dealing with challenges, and healthy coping mechanisms, and call on those and lean on those. In the recent past, we've got the Devil and the Ten of Swords. I was going to get more because there's so many cards in each section, but I didn't really think we needed it. It speaks for itself. We have put an end here. You have put an end here to something that is not healthy, something codependent or addictive, some old cycle or something. Whatever it was that's come up that has enticed you or been a distraction for you, or whatever it is, it's no more. It may be you that's called the sword on that. There is self-preservation energy here, so maybe you that's or it may be in circumstances out of your control, but either way, it was to remove something that was not good for you. Maybe it's your own behavioural pattern. I'm going to get a little more there. This is a deep cycle of learning. We've got the Hierophant and Knight of Pentacles here along with it. So it's something that was holding you back from your manifestation, from your public victory, from your success. Something was going to get in the way of that. It was going to, or it was already getting in the way, and it had to go for whatever reason. And you've gained a lot of wisdom from that experience. There's knowledge here. There's a teacher in this situation for you, whether that's an external teacher guiding you. Like, I do feel like you've got someone helping you, or something. Okay. So in the near future, we've got the Three of Swords and Six of Swords. And so more of the process that you're in, more of this challenge energy that you're in, and moving through the heartache and the loss and sadness of this situation. This is tomorrow onwards, so still in the energy, but moving through it with the Six of Swords, working on release. This is a releasing energy. This is moving on from harsh, choppy waters into something smoother. And the next card sort of replicate that same thing. This is your self-perception. And you see she's walking away here from this old flame, from this old creative expression or thing that just is not nourishing anymore. It's not, and she's moving away to a bigger source, let's say, of that same light. She's going straight to the source, I feel, and walking to it. And then the next card to come out being the sun. That is the sun, walking away from this choppiness, into smoother waters, back into the sunlight, back into source energy, back into alignment, with more creative potential than this little dish could ever offer you. Just remember that. In the external perceptions, so the way those closest to you, around you, or involved are perceiving you. If this is a love situation, I feel like this person is not going to be willing to let you go so soon. Feeling that you are a soulmate connection, and that there is that energy. If it's not love related at all, and it's that chain that bound you, you may experience a little more of that coming up to distract you or pull you back into it, as it does. We always get after we come out of something, we usually get a little test to see if we really are out of it. And this is you. I feel like those around you are seeing that you're really getting clarity and speaking your truth quite hard here. You're ready to speak your truth with confidence and make these decisions that are in alignment with your highest good. You are people are perceiving you correctly, because you're walking away from this little flame straight to the source, going straight to if you can see the sun there in the background, she's walking away to that sun. And this is the same thing, getting clarity, moving forward with confidence, to just making decisions that are in alignment. The action advice: don't be afraid to swing that sword of justice. Queen of Swords here, look at that with the Justice card. Do not be afraid to swing that sword. Do not be afraid to make towers crumble. With this Tower card, the Ace of Swords, is there any inspiration you get to swing that sword, then you do so. The advice is to let those foundations crumble. You can rebuild, and will rebuild whatever this applies to. The advice is here: either seek justice or deliver justice, and see that there's new life. She's looking over at this justice delivered, right? Now she's looking over at the destruction, but she's got to can't look at that without seeing this Ace of Wands in the middle, right? There can't be destruction without a purpose, without new life. That thing that rises from the ashes. And the Queen of Swords knows about that all too well. She is so experienced. That's why her discernment and her tongue can be quite sharp and clear. She's been there. Okay, outcome. Strength, Two of Cups. High Priestess. So more talk of kindred spirits and friendship and love and support around you. Lean on that if that's the case, I can see here. But outside of that, personally, this is a huge experience, like I said, in gaining wisdom, getting a lot more of that beautiful life knowledge to share on your journey, and more experience to help you walk a deeper embodiment of your truth, the truth that you've gained through your experiences here, embodying divine wisdom with the High Priestess. This also in the outcome shows that there is a lot more to this situation than the immediate details that you may be experiencing right now. With the High Priestess, it does show that there's so much more to this, and that there is a lot of blessing and nurturing in this situation. If you can choose to perceive it that way and use it to help you grow and benefit. Not a victim to it at all. More of the happening for you, not to you stuff, and that's appropriate for the retrograde we've got here. So I've got some beautiful oracle cards. First we've got let it go and take control. These are your power cards, so, you know. Yeah, I think that speaks for itself, doesn't it? Take control of where you're spending your energy, that's for sure. Take control of who receives your energy. Take control of what comes in and goes out. Only nurturing a beautiful energy for you here. And let go of all else. Let it go. Let the whole situation go. Surrender the situation and trust that you're going to be held. So we have the flower of feeling, compassion, emotional awakening, and forgiveness. And that is a 6. And that comes with this whole scenario. If there is a personal situation here, if this is an external person, it's forgiving them and yourself for where you are, for where they're at in their path, and if this is someone who's done something wrong, it's forgiving them for where they were at in their path and having compassion to understand that they're just so far along, okay, and that there is wisdom in the experience and that nothing is personal. People are just reacting out of their own perception of reality. And when you can rise above that duality that a lot of people live in and see it for what it is, that can really help with forgiveness and compassion and understanding, emotional awakening. So like really not being triggered by this experience, but really just seeing it for what it is. And then taking that, I see like a warrior woman just gathering up her weapons and her stuff that she needs for her, and off she goes. Just throw it back on her back and off we go. Okay, we've got a couple more sharper tools in the kit now. It just feels grounded and, yeah. Maybe you're not in that energy yet. That might be yet to come, but because there is some quite emotionally tumultuous cards here, but in time, forgiveness for self too. You know, if you had lack of boundaries or anything like that, forgiveness for just where you're at in your path too. You know, I don't need to preach forgiveness, do I? I think we know what it is. And these two cards, two from, and they're both the same message over again. So, devotion, potency, make your life a moving prayer, the cosmic heart, and water your garden, nourishment, body care, tenderness, and rest. So this is about those practices that you have when it comes to making your life a living prayer, devotion and potency. So not holding on to this energy, not holding on to the anger or the pain, but stepping above the duality of it and seeing it as an experience that is happening for you to gain wisdom and knowledge and grow. Release that and just step into your practices. I feel like this is two cards to talk about acceptance and release. And then, yeah, just step into your practices, self-care all the way at a time like this. Weave your beautiful magic into this experience of pain, an experience of grieving and release. Weave your beautiful magic into all of that. And more of the same message here. Father of the sky, God, I release the weight of the world from my shoulders. And the medicine woman, heal. I nurture and nourish my mind, body, and soul. Same thing, more release and self-care. Release the details of this situation. Step back into self-care. It's quite a big message for you there. Okay, I'm going to leave it at that point, and I hope that gave some sort of clarity and comfort or guidance, and I will connect again next week. Bye.